No gym ever told me that I was insane and needed to be restored to sanity. No gym ever told me that I had to turn my will and my life over. No gym made me do a moral inventory because I was morally defected. No gym ever made me clear that I had character defects that I needed to pray away to a higher power or a God of my understanding. So no, gyms are not like Alcoholics Anonymous at all. Hello, welcome to Sobriety Bestie Podcast. My name is Kirsten, and we got another episode of Culty Comments today here up in the woods. What we're going to be diving into today is not about the commenter themselves. This is about the ideology that they are speaking through. This is us unpacking and deconstructing the AA ideology that the commenters are viewing the world through so that we can get more free. Okay, so this commenter says, there are a lot of sick people in AA, but that doesn't make it a cult. All that makes it is a group of humans. AA is no more of a cult than people gathering together in a gym regularly to work out. AA has taught me to think for myself, and all of the promises have come true. When I live my life outside of the AA rooms, I'm not thinking about AA. I'm just going about doing regular stuff. I just go to AA to see my homies. This is great. I love this for him. Sounds like he's winning. However, something that is off about his perspective, which I would say is because he's inside the AA ideology. Specifically when he says AA is no more a cult than the people gathering together in a gym regularly to work out. And I'd just like to say, I've lived abroad, I've traveled around, I've lived in different cities, I've been a member of multiple gyms in different locations, and I would like to say that out of all the gyms I've ever been to, no gym has ever told me that I had a fatal progressive disease. No gym has ever told me that if I leave the gym, I'm either going to get arrested, go insane, or die. In fact, no gym has ever told me repeatedly, as in almost every single time I went to work out, that if I ever left, that I would go to jail, institutions, or death. No gym has ever shunned me because I switched and decided, hey, I want to join a yoga studio now and not go to the gym anymore, or I decided to go to another gym. The members of the gym didn't shun me and stop talking to me or get all awkward and weird if I saw them out in public. No, they were excited to see me if I saw them in public because we had a genuine connection that wasn't based on an ideology we had to believe. It was based on just two humans being humans. No gym that I've ever been a member of told me that I had to find somebody who had been at the gym longer than me to show me the ropes, who would then become my authority, have authority over me that I would have to check into and would direct my life in a lot of ways. Now, I understand not all authorities at the gym or authorities in AA, sponsors in AA, are going to dictate what to do in your life, but they're certainly going to say, most of them, do the steps, go to meetings, keep coming back. There's going to be some parroting of the ideology and some instructions on some steps to take forward in your life, whether it's call me regularly, meet with me every week. Now, I'm sure there's a small percentage that didn't do that, but no, never once at a gym was I ever told that somebody was going to have the authority over me. Never once at a gym was I told that I was powerless and that I needed to access power by somebody else at the gym who'd been at that gym longer than me, or to the gym as a whole, the entire group of gyms, group of drunks, group of gym goers, or that I needed a higher power in order to live. No gym ever told me that I was insane and needed to be restored to sanity. No gym ever told me that I had to turn my will and my life over. No gym made me do a moral inventory because I was morally defected. No gym ever made me clear that I had character defects that I needed to pray away to a higher power or a God of my understanding. So no, gyms are not like Alcoholics Anonymous at all. Have you ever been to a gym that told you that you have a fatal progressive disease, that to leave is to die, that you need to outsource your authority, your agency, and your autonomy, that you are powerless? No, because that is not what happens at gyms, unless maybe the gym is an actual cult. Ultimately, it doesn't even matter what anybody else thinks, for me specifically, but I'm guessing for you as well, on whether AA is or isn't a cult. For me, that was an important decision to make. What do I think it is by looking into the data? I made a whole playlist about, yes, AA is a cult. I'll put the video up here, video one of, I don't know if there's 4 or 6 of them, yes, AA is a cult, so I'll pop that video up here if you want to see it. I went through very logically, practically, and I looked at what the cult scholars describe as what qualifies as a cult to go through and decide for myself. And the reason why this was important for me, because I don't think this is important in general, is because I'm on a very deep deconstructing AA journey. I almost made the mistake of leaving AA, doing the initial deconstructing work. The first 6 months of leaving AA, I had therapy. So I was in AA for 10 years and I left 5 years ago. The first 6 months after AA, I had therapy. And then I spent another 6 months looking through, searching through cult literature, cult psychology, emotional manipulation techniques, all different things so I could unpack further the dogma and the indoctrination, get the mind control, the thought reform out of my head. And now, 5 years later, it was important to me to make that decision as part of my own healing journey. And now that I've come to this decision that yes, AA is a cult, and it's certainly not like any gym that I've ever been to, I get his point. And something to keep in mind with this specific culty commenter is that, like, okay, so there's the core of the cult, right? The true believers are in the core. Then there's the people on the periphery. I certainly know that I've been on the periphery of other cults or high control systems and not been fully in the middle. So I was never fully indoctrinated true believer vibes, but maybe I attended a little bit here or there, dabbled, but I was never fully in. So I wasn't fully indoctrinated. So in that sense, it was more gym-like to me. But if you're a member of AA and you go all the time and you parrot the ideology and you're doing the steps and you're sponsoring other people, you're in the middle of the boat. You're doing the thing. But usually when we're in the middle of the boat doing the thing, we can't see that because we are inside the ideology. We can't see that we're inside the ideology. That's how thought reform works. But the reason why it was important for me to decide for myself to look and make a decision, a logical, rational one, is AA a cult? It's helped my healing journey. It gives me more of a roadmap for how to get out of what I've been in. These past 3 months that I've been deconstructing AA out loud daily with you in these episodes, the more that I've realized, oh my God, there is so much more here for me to go. I think a lot of people leave and either don't do deconstructing work, they don't know about it, or they do a little bit and then move on. But I don't want the AA in my head still, because it's very limiting and disabling. It disables our self-trust, it disables our decision-making, it disables our overall freedom. And I don't want that. I want to be a critical thinker. I want to continue to get more and more and more free. That's why I always talk about being on team freedom. I want to keep getting free. And I want to make videos that help me get more free. So for me, it was important to make that decision. Yes, it is a cult. It was a very empowered part of my deconstructing journey to really get clear on WTF I was actually in, which was Alcoholics Anonymous, which is a religious cult. So seeing the truth of it is important for me in order to deconstruct it, to get out of it. Remember that G.I. Joe thing, knowing is half the battle? Do you remember that? Let me know in the comments. So that's what it's like. It's like, I need to know what it is. I need to see the thing in order to, like, step one. I need to see what it is in order to break free from it. There are some very specific ways to heal from mind control, thought reform, cult recovery paths. So when I understand I was in a cult, I can look at what those systems say and what the systems teach, and I could do things to help I just seen a little critter go by, do things to help myself get free. So for me, it was a huge growth in making the decision, or having the realization, having the awareness and the clarity that yes, AA is a cult. It's not a gym. I've never had to deconstruct from any gym that I was ever a member of. Let me know what you think. This is more about you unlocking your own critical thinking. Those are my thoughts in regards to this culty commenter. What else would you like to share with this conversation? Did it spark any ideas in your head? Please feel free to join the conversation below. This is really about, for me, I think it's more about you guys connecting in the comments. And I love it being like a meeting of the minds that we can see what everybody thinks inside the comments. If you would like to go further in the deconstructing AA with a community aspect, I have a free community. It's inside the Escape Kit. Yes, Escaping AA. So inside the Escape Kit, there are free resources, downloadable stuff, and a community that you can vibe with. If that's your thing, click below, find the Escape Kit. It is a great free next step forward if you're feeling it. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.